Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Dr. Charlotte Chun. I'm a licensed psychologist and brand consultant specializing in holistic health and well-being. I'm here today with Sadhvi Bhavya. She's a yoga and meditation ambassador and a registered natural therapy practitioner of Ayurveda in Toronto, Canada. For more than 2 decades, Sadhvi Bhavya has dedicated her life to uplifting humanity by sharing ancient practices from India with the West to awaken them to the self. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So today, in honor of May being Mental Health Awareness Month, I'll be asking Sadhvi Bhavya to share her expertise on how to improve our mental health and well-being. So to start things off, I just want to ask you, we've noticed that mental health issues have been on the rise in recent years. Why do you think that is?
I think there's numerous reasons, but being in the stressful lifestyles that we live, anxiety-prone lifestyles that we're living today, and one of the most core reason is the number of distractions.
Mm-hmm.
The lack of focus, the lack of concentration has given rise to mental anguish. We have so many distractions. We're bombarded with so many impulses, whether it's our phones, whether it's screens. We're constantly being bombarded with things. So the lack of focus is being a big cause of lack of mental resilience as well.
Mm-hmm. Lots of mental stimulation coming our way, definitely. And
Yes.
what about thinking in terms of physical things? What would you say is the link between physical health and mental health?
So, physical and mental health are very intertwined with one another. The biggest connection is what we're taking in through our senses. What are you seeing on a daily basis? What are you listening to constantly? What are we eating? Diet plays a huge role in the stability of our mental health as well. We need to start taking foods that are high in prana. And that is when food is in its most natural form. So, eating more fruits and vegetables in their most natural form gives us more energy. They are high in prana themselves. But often, when there is mental anguish, we turn to alcohol or substances, which actually are prone to giving rise to anxiety within us. We're consuming food, meats that are dead, and dead food would only give us dead energy. So, if we can start at least paying more attention or being more mindful of what we're eating, because we often say you are what you digest. Many foods we are eating that are high in prana on a daily basis, that will help support our mental health as well.
Thank you for those tips. And so given, all these different factors, the physical and the mental that can deplete our mental health, what can you suggest for people? Are there specific practices that are particularly beneficial for mental health?
Yes, a gentle hatha yoga practice, restorative practice, or yin, yoga nidra, breathing exercises, pranayamas, all of these tap into the body's relaxation response. So helps the body relax, helps the mind relax, and taps into the parasympathetic nervous system. So these are all wonderful practices that are beneficial for mental well-being as well.
So tell us more. In what way does this yoga and meditation practice, how can that help to build mental well-being?
So yoga and meditation, it triggers the body's natural rest and relax response. It calms the body down. It gives more formation of just the body's natural feel good hormones as well, gives us some mental clarity as well. So, just practicing even a few minutes on a daily basis, keeps tapping into that relaxation response of the body, helps us activate our parasympathetic nervous system that will help us stay calm in situations as well.
Are there any specific types of meditation that you recommend?
Yeah, we do teach Brahmgyan meditation, which is an ancient Vedic practice of connecting to the soul through the awakening of the third eye. Through this practice, you connect to the source of this entire universe. So you're tapping into something that's much, much greater than yourself. And tapping into that source of energy gives you a never ending source that you can tap into whenever you want. In addition to that, gives you this inner strength and inner willpower, to be able to face situations that come our way, because that is life. You can't go through life and not have situations or circumstances. So the idea is not to avoid those situations, but really to empower yourself with tools, with techniques, that help you overcome these situations in the most conducive manner that is beneficial to you, and not have it break you down, but really have those situations build you up.
Mhm. Beautiful. I think we could all use a little extra energy and extra resilience in our lives. So I also want to ask, there's a lot of misconceptions out there about yoga and meditation, especially as they've become more mainstream. So can you speak on maybe one kind of major misconception that you tend to run into relating yoga and meditation with mental health?
That yoga is for people who are flexible and for people who are spiritual. I think that is one of the biggest misconceptions. It is a practice that everyone can tap into, a little bit of movement, connecting with your breath. As long as we all are breathing, it is something that's accessible to us, So I think that's the biggest misconception, that it's only for people who are flexible or spiritual. But I'd invite everyone to start incorporating a little bit of yoga, a little bit of mindfulness, meditation into their daily lives, and start seeing the benefits for themselves.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned movement, you mentioned breath work. If somebody is just getting started in this area, let's say, what are some of the ways that they might start to just incorporate yoga and meditation into a new daily routine? Where should they start?
So, simple practices, simple stretches, simple breathing exercises, pranayama. Obviously, if you do have a community, a yoga community, go in person, learn. If not, we have some classes online that you can tap into. Just starting for a few minutes every day, start incorporating it into your daily lives.
Mm-hmm. Starting small, taking those initial steps.
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Great. Well, we're almost out of time here, but I want to ask if there's any final advice that you would want to give to everyone related to mental health.
Yeah, your mental health is the most important thing in the world, and no one is going to come to take care of it. So pay attention to it. And as you start incorporating yoga and meditation into your lives, you know your body, listen to your body, know your limitations, be patient with yourself, because yoga is a journey. It's not a one day process. It's a journey, and it's a journey for life. So embrace it that way. And every step you take on the mat, is a step towards greater mental well-being.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Well said. Well, thank you so much for sharing this wealth of knowledge with us today, Sadhvi Bhavya. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure people found it beneficial. If people have additional questions or if they wanted to follow up with you directly, how should they reach out and get in touch with you?
The best way is through our website, divinelightworld.org. We do have some classes on there as well if you're just starting to get acquainted with your breath, some guided meditation, some physical stretches as well. So that would be the best way to start there.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks so much, Sadhvi Bhavya. Take care, and we wish everyone a wonderful Mental Health Awareness Month.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bye.